Wondering if maybe, just maybe, the mindset that he is in now, the fact that he's got his kids around that he want to foster, I wonder if he just didn't take off any pressure from his shoulders. And now he can just completely unleash and have a go at it, and he's been doing fantastic in this series.
NaVi have to step up, safe to say, right? These are one of the favorites for the tournament. We need them making a run here, especially considering I just want to personally watch them play Outsiders for that Katowice quarterfinal rematch, which is the next game. It will be the first game tomorrow if we get NaVi there. Otherwise, it's 00Nation making a huge upset. They're starting to charge B. The bomb is here, but it's very late, and it looks like a double fake. The bomb's going back now as Dumal tries to sell this one. coldzera in the window. NaVi don't know, and they're trying to figure it out. Piece this round together. Simple flicks back up to take coldzera out, and he resets B where Dumal started, but that bomb's still heading A, boys.
That kid really hurt. I think coldzera was exactly where he wanted to be. He had Simple on a silver platter, misses the shot, but I still think NaVi are a little bit lost in this round. They're not exactly sure where the Brazilians want to finish.
That PT50 will give it away. Bomb out ramp, but 2 CTs here.
Oh my god, NaVi hitting shots, dropping bodies all over the shop, and it's just Dumal with 7 HP and a Glock. Not really too much to achieve from this. It should be a pistol round that NaVi not only need to secure, but one they actually will, as long as they can drop this last man. There it is, Simple finishes it off.
Yeah, that kill in window is unbelievable. Should be Colds every day of the week, but that's a Simple effect. He looked pissed the last map, man.
Rightfully.
Yeah.
Just think about the implications. Like, let's set the scene. Talk about storylines for half a second, right? NaVi brought in NPL, and they quickly made it public that it was going to take a while for him to warm up to the team structure and find his role. Blade said in a couple of interviews, wait for after Katowice. You're going to see a different NPL. We're going to see a different NaVi. Now, you're telling me they're one map away from being eliminated of the round 1 of the playoffs, top 16, against a team that is ranked 39 on the ESL ranking? Now, that cannot fly. Not if you're NaVi.
Fast B here in round 2. We've got a lot of nades, but no flashes. Fine NPL. He looks at the ground, and then, well, the bullets will send him there. Next with an entry goes even further into market. Those Tech 9s, you can hear them rallying off in the background, finding us a 3-on-3. Bomb will get planted. Kit in the site. NaVi are moving in quick.
Okay, spams out. SMG's cleaning house. Only 2 Ts remain. The Famous does at least deal some damage, and now it's all on to this man to pick up the last remaining pieces. Not going to happen, though. Simple, crisp as you like, a free K in the round.
It's a different Simple already, you can tell. 5-0, a lot of impact. Patient waits for that swing at the back site, and this is his map where he can really tear up on, right? No longer constricted as he was on Overpass. He went from top performer on Ancient to bottom in map 2. Comes alive in the night time when NaVi need him the most.
It's not the first time either in Pro League as well. I remember that series against Astralis, sort of the same structure, very quiet second map, and then on a third, pops off massively. Still haven't figured out what happened on Overpass for him, because it's definitely one of the safest, most reliable currency there is in the game. Simple is going to deliver an Overpass. Completely absent on map 2, but it might end up not mattering at all, because now it's one map on the line.
That would be very NaVi, wouldn't it?
Why do they have to make it complicated?
I know. They always do. They always have to lose the opening match or the second map. Another B hit, but NPL's here. Electronic does get smoked out. NPL needs to take some with him, though. They're already behind him. Back of the site, gets the dink. There's Electronic going through. No respect, but maybe he should have had some. It's nice and easy for NaVi. 3-0. Who would you say, Matthew, is the bottom seed in this entire bracket, right? It's got to be between 00Nation and Movistar Riders. Of course, Pain have already upset Liquid.
I was about to bring that matchup.
Yeah, but Pain, I mean, they're in the same group as 00, and they entered the playoffs one place above them, right?
Fair enough. Fair enough. I still cannot quite figure out what the hell happened to Liquid. I might have to go watch that VOD back, but for now, we have our first gun round. The pièce de résistance is on the line.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la.
All the little gaps. 00Nation, a slow default. Simple's AWP still reigns back at CT. but it's a stalemate. 0-0, wait for a reaction, wait for an early move. NaVi will give them nothing. So after burning some util, they're going to have to pick up the pace. Second time's the charm.
Yeah, we see the rotation coming in from Lado, from A towards that T-spawn. It should be an indication that 00Nation have their eyes set on a B split potentially. They've completely abandoned that part of the map. It seems like Electronic has the right read. He moved on from window, now being back at jail. So we have a very strengthened defense on the B side for NaVi, and this looks like the right gamble.
Pressure being applied. Utility being cast out as well. Short entirely ablaze, but the push is now starting to arrive. coldzera turning hot more literally now as he hits the head. Lato as well drops the Electronic, and all the frags are coming up T side.
Yeah, that info on the short play, he sees a player get cast, so that's an immediate reaction for 00Nation. Electronic probably gets a couple of kills out of that position, if not for the spot. But they iced him out. 5v2, and it's a save. Simple and Bit don't play in. The two flawless players right now will stay.
Yeah, there's a couple of issues with the round that we just witnessed. First of all, as you said, Electronic got a little bit unfortunate with the timing. He got spotted by that white swing of Catwalk, so they know where he is, and suddenly his element of surprise is completely gone. They pick him straight from apps. But it's also the issue of NPL being caught off guard by someone taking the last tick of a Molotov. And that in itself is an issue. NPL can't just fall immediately, Catwalk. He needs to have some sort of resistance here so that the rest of the defense can be activated. Because we had 3 players, and yet this was a flawless attack. That one right here. That's a problem. If you're NPL, this white swing from coldzera is not supposed to be that successful.
And it was 2-layered as well, right? NPL there and a player in Catwalk. 00Nation flush them out with Molotovs and take that first gun round. NaVi are still fine to buy, though. Instant double mid smokes to take some control, but it's all a fake right now. 00Nation are going to go A early. Simple will likely be smoked off at this position. Top con smoke though, so actually some room to be given. Jungle does also get covered, and Bit's on an island.
Bit.
Oh.
On the peak out, he's done enough chip damage to actually convert.
Wow,
He even
huge.
finds himself another frag as well. So this has been really punishing the 00Nation. Now it's just Cold lurking at middle. Okay, muddles up Perfecto, draws in the fight towards him. Didn't expect him to hit the second, but this Lanimal is letting his claws out.
2v2 and the bomb's still back at Tetris, so Lato's going to go for it. Cold is so patient on this fight. He knows he's going to get it. It's an SMG, but Cold is low. Favor maybe for NPL, who's calling for support. Simple watching his back. They almost swap out. Thank goodness they don't. Simple needs this kill as this player is getting closer and closer. Tucked in now, nades out. Simple hits the arm, and coldzera alone gets swung by NPL. A dangerous fight to take, but one that NaVi needed to win, and they do Bit right by closing that round. Nice try for Cold, man. It just makes every situation look winnable.
Almost a crisis averted, if you're a NaVi, quite honestly. They've done all they needed at the very beginning. I think Bit played that to perfection, very disciplined, waited for the double flash from Simple to come in, he peeks on it, grants him a first kill, then repositions, gets a second on that shoulder peek, but then the second kid from coldzera kind of reshuffles all the cards. He was supposed to be traded immediately by Electronic, who had the information, and somehow he gets away with it, but NaVi are able to salvage.
Ooh, they throw the nip smoke, the one just that lands in middle, that lets you lurk through it, lets you fight an AWP in an almost one-way kind of play, and it's drawn so much attention for NaVi that they can just burst out of Palace. Bit gets one. You'll take that because Simple and Perfecto are quick to respond. A flick back to Con. Lato in a 1v4. Blink, and this round is over. Simple's even hounding him down. He may pay the price, but NaVi should still close this, and they will with HEs. That was costly, but it's still NaVi reacting quickly to what was a cheeky Palace pop.
Listen, I don't know if I should dance right now, if I should worry for NaVi, okay? Because we're getting ambiguous signs out of the NaVi camp, right? For one, you see Simple, who's starting to come alive, and he's having that very aggressive, assertive attitude on the server. That's beautiful. He even goes for the last one. But on the other hand, that's 2 rounds now in a row where NaVi were supposed to make money. They were supposed to build that pillow, that safety net, and they've been giving away weapons time and time again, which means 00Nation might just be a round away from a full reset. That shouldn't be the case.
Yeah, and that's a great position to be in, but it's one that NaVi spent their entire T-side on overpass and never actually broke it, right? They never actually cracked the nut at the end because we had a couple of saves for 00Nation and NaVi, all these close force buys that never actually won out. And so if you look at the round timeline, it was NaVi poised, but they never quite reaped the rewards. So in the same vein, 00Nation need to do right by the damage. They have 1 AK on an eco.
Next has actually been pretty damn good for these kind of rounds as well. For some reason, he just sort of has that energy about him, that sort of air of arrogance when he has an AK. He knows that he can be deadly with it. He's looking for a potential opener as well, peering up towards the ticket booth. Instead, opts to dive into the window, and he gets kicked straight out by Perfecto.
Not the end of the world. They can go grab that gun. The player jumps over Con. NQC armed. Throw him up on a boost perhaps, but will the timing do him favors? Oh, it's a good check. Perfecto gone, and now they definitely need to take that window. Boost the pistol, right? Unless he's going to throw his gun back over. This is a dangerous decision.
Why are they not giving the weapon to the Mao? He's got a Kevlar. He could actually get the best out of the AK right now. This should be a little detail, could make a difference.
Yeah, they've completely negated the gun that they've dropped. I mean, if he threw his AK back, at least that would have done something. But now they're down a man and down in the weaponry as well. Down in the dumps, you could say. 2 on 3. Simple re-aggresses off of Cat. He gets smoked off. He knows they have to plant.
Trying to get that bomb down. Coldzera punching in the digits in the last few seconds. Electronic with the M4, dropping the Tyrannosaurus Rect onto Coldzera as he's removed from the equation. It's all up to NQZ. On with the AK, has to slay, hits the first. Electronic now on the DECK, peeks into Simple as well. He's making the round work, knows where the third is, and finishes him off. 00Nation with a commanding round.
They should not be winning that one, Matthew.
What is this? Is this when I'm supposed to come in and give you an analysis of what happened?
Break it down for me.
What the hell was that?
Madness.
I mean, listen, there's been a couple of very good ideas. Obviously, here, the boost is beautiful. It's pristine. Perfecto doesn't really see it coming. And then I just like how aggressive he's being in that clutch because he realizes if he's hiding, there's no way he's winning the clutch at all. The only way you can get to a somewhat winnable situation is if you go and you look for a pick who's someone who's moving in your direction. And it's exactly what he's done. And now, ladies and gentlemen, have a look at the damn money situation for NaVi. That's exactly what we were talking about. That ace broke their money.
My goodness.
Talk about a game-defining ace.
All 5, baby. And NaVi will sit there for a while, stew in it.
That one's going to ruminate in your mind. You try and forget it. You want to forget it. But you won't, Hugo. You won't.
Damn, it's just, I like this boost. But it will get avoided entirely. A con walk by the con men of 00Nation looking to steal this anti-eco away. Keep it clean themselves, right? Good flash. And they turn. So that's a 3rd round. NaVi are looking for exits, but you aren't going to get much.
Isn't it the beauty of Counter-Strike how in a few seconds an entire narrative can change? And we can go from what is very obviously a train taking you to the 6-1 station with NaVi full of money, having a whole good time, and now it is actually going to be 5-3 with 00Nation banking it to the max. I don't think anybody's going to fall in this round. They're going to be able to have that security, have that peace of mind. And this was truly coming in from nowhere. It has been manifested, materialized by individual brilliance.
The other day when we had Naf and OC on the couch after winning and qualifying to the playoffs, they were talking about Counter-Strike and what like drew them in, because originally they played League of Legends, lol, and they talked about how they got to a point where they realized, especially OC, Like, you don't actually have that much individual impact, or it's difficult to. Even if you play your best, it can be taken out of your hands entirely, and that's what drew him to CS. The idea that, like, you can win a game, you can pull a comeback, you can be 14-1 down and get the ace to mount yourself a legendary comeback. So the individual ability to change everything,
yes,
like you're saying, is there. And that's why this is such a beautiful game. That's why this is the game.
The best first-person shooter of all time, baby. That's why the game's lived so long. And that's why it will keep on giving us these magical moments. At least here, there could be one kind of magical moment. Simple, bringing the AWP back out to play. Station towards B for now. We'll see if he gets some limelight here into the 9th.
It's been relatively quiet and slow from 00Nation, and I feel like NaVi struggle to kind of put together what is happening on the map. We see Perfecto here looking for information, catches next off guard. That is a little bit of a given. There weren't any utility that would warrant this peek. He wasn't using a flash. He didn't wait for a smoke whatsoever. He just peeked, got the kill. But still then, you could see on the map the positioning of the CT. They don't exactly know what is going on. Simple is alone on B. Not that he can't. He's very able to handle that situation. But no one is here to help him. There's a late rotation.
It's all got to be the Simple show now then. Rotation slowly arriving, spots the first head, punished, tried to get the reaction shot off onto Cold as well. Perfecto punishes one, and suddenly the T's are down to just 2, but they're making this look manageable. They take damage, sure, but they're still in with a fighting chance. The bomb's been grabbed. Rotation's there, they're pushing up towards the site. Cold, does he have eyes in the back of his head? Oh, leaves the electronic dead, and it's all down a bit. Bombs planted, Cold. Covering for the cross. Molotov dashed out to make it so much more awkward. Tags him down to 5. He can only hold on this edge. He can't push over. And Bit spams him on the cross.
Damn, you feel for Cold after that one. 3 kills, again beating Simple in the head-to-head. All the glory, but not enough to win the round. NaVi stay above water in a very difficult round where they had no util.
That was a complicated round for NaVi to win, and they're going to have a sigh of relief and probably a high five for Bit. Great utility usage as well. Stayed very level-headed in that 1v1. That could have been complicated, arguably. An MP9, long-distance duel against an AK. He's got no smoke to play with. But he put down the great molly, waited, was ready for a peek that was going to come from coldzera, and then being able to back that one. That's a 6 for NaVi.
Back and forth. And then back again. And QZ with the AWP in con, and he finds that pick as well. Huge opener that NaVi cannot respond early against. coldzera is going to flash himself into the connector. Right now it's all on Perfecto. Simple's left, searching for ghosts. As 00Nation get ready to split this site. They're still not in a hurry. Lato is all the way back at Palace. Oh, can you see the feet? coldzera creeps out onto the stairwell.
So close. Perfecto waiting for the timing. Exchanging utility, biding his time. The bullet's whizzing by him. Gets one, switches out to the USP. He's dropped. There's the trades. Simple's been brought down to 28 as well. This is looking iffy.
coldzera is putting on a masterclass right now. He gets tagged though by the AWP. Down to 7 health off the plant.
They cannot go for it.
Yeah.
They cannot. There's absolutely no way NaVi goes for this. We can see already the save coming through. What an interesting call from 00Nation. First of all, change of pace. We were talking about how slow and meticulous they were taking mid-control. They were waiting most of these rounds here. Complete change. And that explains, in part, why Electronic is getting caught off guard completely. He is unsuspecting of that potential AWP peak. But then right after that, it's these little ideas, right? You smoke top connector, which generally is a call that you're about to go into a B split. They've done it a couple of times and it's been working. What do they do instead? No, they wait in the smoke to take that fade process out of it. And then the trades come through, 2 for 2, and then that's the mathematic kicks in. That's really well played from 00Nation. They put together a pristine T side, and that was the case already on Overpass, and I am so impressed by it.
Do you want to call it already, Matthew? Do you want to call it at this point, 10 rounds deep, and say that 00Nation are going to take down NaVi and eliminate them in the first round? No one does.
No, I don't want to call it.
Ever does.
I refuse.
Yeah, and I respect your decision, sir.
I'll say it.
Are you
Of course
calling
you
it?
will. Jackie's
well, I've
always
been
down
saying
to
it all
clown.
day, haven't I?
Jackie's always down to clown. Call the rare atom upset. But yeah, it's so hard to quantify NaVi, even on a good day, even on a bad day. A bad day can turn to a good day very quickly, and it can go back the other way.
A couple of rounds will definitely change NaVi's temper. We've seen that in many different games. Just interestingly enough, tactically, Simple has been almost put in a cage on that B side now 3 rounds in a row.
Yeah.
And I'm not exactly sure why, because he was popping off. He was 8-0, and I would argue you'd give him all the freedom in the universe. Like, make you move, go ahead.
Yeah.
You're in the game right now, you're feeling it. And maybe, just maybe, he's been the one saying, listen, I think I need to go B. But unfortunately, he's been sort of avoided in most of these situations. And he hasn't really pulled out the kind of impact I thought he would in this mid portion of the first half.
Calling for support now, though, gets quick boosted ladder and pre-scopes
Like
as well. The B players have not heard this, more likely than not. So, oh yeah, calls for support, gets a smoke on his molly. Next is fine in mid. And he can leave if he wants, but 00Nation want to maintain some semblance of mid control. Jump spotting B as MPL Simple still fights into middle, and NQZ looks for this pick. If he gets it, they can explode, but it's a very hard shot to hit if you're not Woxic. Simple, patient.
Have they spotted next? They seem extremely focused on
He
this
smoked
position.
the molly, or someone smoked the molly earlier, so they've got a read. They don't know for sure, but Electronics getting curious, getting fancy with it, covered by Cold. But he did get the info at least. Simple knows he has prey waiting in mid.
Yeah, but they cannot stay.
A very dangerous buy for NaVi. They had almost no money, so they threw everything in.
Ooh, the timing for Perfecto could work. Just enough to get information. The issue is, not only have you lost a player, but Simple could not stay catwalk. He has to make a decision. It seems like the gamble is about to pay off on NaVi, though. We see all the pieces going towards the A side, and this is the point of ingress for 00Nation.
Simple. The scoped assassin peering in through the smoke, waiting to pop it, leave them broke. It's the SMG that mauls them. Near miss on the first. Repositions with the sniper, waiting for the peak, sees a gap, takes it, shuts down one man, but he's finished off. The wall bang will silence him, and it's up to Bit now in the palace. 10 seconons on the clock. You gotta plant that bomb. The molly goes out, but Bit dives in. He's toying with him, but he cleans it up.
Always.
Once again.
Yeah. Clean.
With the MP9.
Always trust in Bit, man. You can always trust in this guy to close a clutch. That's oppressive as well. He doesn't doubt himself when he gets forced out with a Molotov. He just hunts down that AWP instantly. Good save after Simple's double up towards triple. He walked a little wide and got spotted by the AWP, so that's how that wallbang came through. An arm or a backpack, perhaps. Simple in the right place this time, though, Matthew, and it pays off.
Does indeed. 11 kills now. There's been a spot, of course, on main QZ. He's going to wait out the smoke. I think Perfecto should be fine. So, relatively defaulty map control coming out of 00Nation. 1-3-1. Instead, the B player has already been pulled towards that lower window portion. So, mostly focused towards A. But
again, Simple's B. Why?
Yeah,
Why?
That's again the case.
Is this a read?
It has to be some sort of preparation, or they're waiting for a round that they think should happen. And maybe in their minds, this would have been the moment for a B contact play or a B split play. That's a little bit of information. Missed shot from Simple.
At least it does. When you have someone like Simple, you can put him alone on one half of the map and the other 4 can congregate on A, but it makes it all the more annoying when you don't get fights. And Simple has been unsuccessful. He found one player, couldn't kill him.
This is where NaVi should actually go for a little bit of an info play, right? They have 4 players dedicated to the A side. There's 45 seconds left. You could have flashed Bit into the A ramp, and then you would have known. Now, Perfecto is kind of sensing, tingling that something is going on. But as the hit happens, Perfecto is just joining Simple.
Oh, he's not in a good position for the AWP at all. He needs a kill here and now to give him some room to move. Simple into the Molotov, but you can't do the jumping double against Cold. 4 on 4. Perfecto waits for the climb over, and he peeks deep as well. 2 kills from the back of the site as Perfecto saves NaVi's good graces. A flick is there in time, but the time is the problem. 10 seconds and he's going for it. Electronic does not play with you, and he will close the round. Woo!
A matter of a few seconds.
Yeah.
Literally a few seconds. Had that hit earlier, Perfecto would not have found his position, but he played it to perfection, and that sounds horrifying. I gotta find a play. He played it brilliantly.
Yeah,
because Perfecto to perfection.
No, it actually sounds great, Matty. You just don't do it every round.
Exactly, yes. That's a one-off. But the fact is, Simple is taking so much attention with his movement and kind of being in-your-face attitude that Perfecto is completely left out. He's forgotten no one checks jail. Multi-kill based on the silencer. Great work from Perfecto.
Can't believe Simple was under apartments with the AWP, though. I mean, that is not the spot, right? But only Simple things. Yeah, he can. Yeah, he takes one. He went for the jump shot, man. That's how he's feeling right now.
Shout out to coldzera.
Yeah,
in the game, you know?
yeah. Had to try. Had to try.
The man, the myth, the beast.
It's so great to have him in the server.
Do we feel slightly
I
more
feel
calm?
relieved.
Serenity maybe in the camp NaVi now?
I love an upset, though, but also, come on. NaVi got to win this, right? At bare minimum. Lose to outsiders, all right. I'll allow it. Major winners.
Did you not hear that NPL interview where he said, we only have one hard opponent in our bracket, that's Heroic?
Yeah, I like that shit talk, bro. That's cool.
Talking smack.
Yeah, and he should be, because, I mean, NaVi beat outsiders with ease in a 2-0 back at Cato Quarters. So that you know, is a good matchup for NaVi. Of course, Outsiders is a similar team to, let's get there, definitely. Outsiders is a similar team to NaVi in the sense that, like, very hard to put them away. Oh, he might be dead. Let's say he got wallbanged into a Molotov. But I think this is a very fun side of the bracket to me, right? Because NaVi Heroic has typically also been a very good NaVi matchup. But I talked to Yabby on the lobby and the media day, and he seemed confident.
And why wouldn't he be?
I mean, you've got to be,
like,
right?
the trajectories of both these teams are so diametrically different. Yeah. Like, Heroic have been kind of soaring through the sky very recently. Whoa, well, that one is.
Oh, aye.
The triple letters, NQZ and MPL. Bam!
Still,
that stinks.
Yeah. Should be 9 rounds, though. Will be 9 rounds. He's not even going to get the bomb, is he? Just accept it. Begging them to fight him. And he gets what he wants. 9-4. NaVi, a shaky couple of opening rounds, but they've landed on their feet.
And this is where we get to see a little bit what the youngsters of 00Nation are made of, right? Because I think stamina is sometimes a little bit underappreciated as an important topic in this best of threes. Players with experience know a little bit better how to handle their energy throughout a best of three and go through the high and the lows emotionally and being able to reset. Outside from coldzera, the 00Nation camp is very inexperienced.
Yeah.
And I wonder whether or not we're going to see them now kind of shut down very slowly and whether or not this is going to be a NaVi all the way home. Well, Enki's is different plans, at least.
And he picked Simple as well. Huge head-to-head to find. And not the first time he's attempted that opening move either. Both times it's come up for the Brazilians. And now they can just sweat it. Wait a moment, catch your breath, and hope NaVi react.
And they've been really good at it. They've been really good at leaving NaVi to their own demise, wondering what the hell is going on. Like, the entire map is under control. There is literally not a single portion that is not a set of eyes on it. We see Ladder is curving towards the A side. We have Dumao on B as well. He's in the stairs toward me. So nothing can happen. The peek comes through, and Electronic finds the one gap. 1 second after the smoke, puts it to a 4v4.
Threads the needle to keep the round close in the 4 versus 4. 40 seconds on the clock now, shuffling their way back towards the A site. The cavalry's arrived, but Electronic gets absolutely obliterated. Bit stutter stepping round the back of the site. Did he catch whiff? He's seen him. Oh god, it's getting awkward. He's slamming in. He's trying to finish him.
Left! Oh dear, he doesn't know his wallbangs, boys. He does not know his wallbangs. And 10 rounds to 4, wastes far too much time on a kill not presented. And beautiful display from Bit as well. 2 kills and lives.
Once again, and let that not fool you. Sure, there was an opportunity for the sniper to find Bit, but his work had already been done. Once again, a multi-kill on the A side. I'll still give a shout out to Electronic, who I think took a little bit of attention off of Bit, a little bit of pressure off his shoulders by being picked up in that fire position, leaving default a little bit unchecked, or at least not focused upon, and Bit strikes. And that is, what, 16 kills now in the first half.
Oh, they missed the window molly as well to set off the smoke, but there is no smoke. There's just one man sitting inside of it. Snacks-esque starts shots running, and Simple saw him on the retreat, as you say. Bit hits a banger, hits ahead, takes 2 with him, 18 and 5. This guy is on a streak.
Oh, Lato on 1 HP. You feel for him, although, hang on a minute, the Galils, they're starting to punish, but it's too little too late. Lato with a single health. Surely there's nothing more to be done, man. This has just got to be an 11th round for NaVi. He's just waiting for the push to come to him. They shouldn't give him anything, but they will give him a HE. They blow him away, and that's the way the half ends. Come back when we get back into it after the break.
Came with the guns, but I bombed them. Thought they was too slick, but the truth is that I robbed them. I'm in the zone. Can you imagine having a piece of the magic? I'll throw you a bomb. Let it be known. I can't miss when I'm on one. They came with the guns, but I bombed them. Thought they was too slick, but the truth is that I robbed them. I'm in the zone.
Yeah, look, tell me what's the vibes, what's the mood? Yeah, I just hit a Mikey for the juice. Yeah, ain't no capping, I'ma tell the truth. I've been winning for so long, it's hard to lose. Yeah, Dio, be my source, Christian like Dior. Yeah, I can't stall when I'm far, I just get back up. Yeah, I've been quiet all along on my TP toes. Yeah, I can't keep it to myself, I just give and go. I'm a visionist, yeah, you can't picture this, yeah. Ain't no way you cannot work me, boy, I live for this. Yeah, sipping essential, that's the essentials, I'm influential. Yeah, straight fundamental, that's fundamental, on instrumentals. Yeah, speed of the tempo, yeah, we got potential. Shoot a movie like I'm Denzel, running my route to the end zone. And they still can find me, man, you know where to find me. I'm tryna get me a Grammy so I can dedicate it to my granny. Look, tell me what's the vibes, what's the mood? Yeah, I just hit a Mikey for the juice. Yeah, ain't no capping, I'ma tell the truth. I've been winning for so long, it's hard to lose. Yeah, Dio, be my source, Christian like Dior. Yeah, I can't stall when I'm far, I just get back up. Yeah, I've been quiet all along on my TP toes. Yeah, I can't keep it to myself, I just give and go. Yeah, I just turn my L's into W's. Yeah, I just told my sins, yeah, I'm no true. Yeah, stay in your lane, don't you pick and choose. I can't waste my time, I got a lot to lose. To the game that we all on, they was doubting us all along. Now we charting in Hong Kong, what competition, they all gone. Bless, stress, play the game like it's chess. We next.
Making magic when they need it most.
NaVi may have scared us all on the map 2 of Overpass, but peace is restored for these boys as they take an 11-4 half on CT Mirage. It's the final map of the night here in the ESL Pro League playoffs, and well, things are going as they should. 00Nation can't deny they've impressed us today. coldzera and his fragging abilities have been frequent and focused from Ancient to Mirage, but that may be all this is for 00Nation in what is a single elim game, unless they pull an incredible comeback.
Early shots coming out up mid. Dumau just taking the brunt of the damage. Loses a bit of health and scurries away. Bit with a P250. Looking to slay. Sees a bit of leg room. Electronic gets close as well. Cold on the flank. And actually, no, it's NQZ that kills them all.
How's he done that? And don't count NaVi out still, because Simple's got that B pick and the bomb's jumping out. There's one man hiding. How long can he live? Lato takes the bomb, and Simple needs this kill ASAP before reinforcements flurry in. Electronic killing players in mid, but he's got to fight. NQZ coming out up on under. This is a mess. Right now, NaVi are about to 2v4 right back the other way. 00Nation. Resting on Lato's individuals. He hits Simple out, but Electronic is on a tear already, and he'll finish what he started. 12 rounds, a pistol that will push NaVi over the edge.
Pistol that looks like the backbreaker for 00Nation, unfortunately. I was about to say, I think the scoreline of the first half doesn't really paint an accurate picture. I think 00Nation had plenty of very well thought out rounds where it was the question of who gets the best trade when moving into the side. Bit did an amazing job, so might have been a little bit harsh, but when you have that 4v2 lead here in that pistol round, you have to convert it. But this is where players with the profile of Simple and Electronic know exactly how they have to move around, how they have to utilize the situation. You can see how Simple was dancing by that pillar, not over-peaking, not overextending, but still punishing any kind of mistake. It's a beautiful 2v4.
Simple. Spots the head. Push comes up. Tucked in the corner. All right, actually, hang on a minute. The Deagles are doing some damage. A little bit of fancy footwork being put into the round. It's getting better and better. It's now on Perfecto in a 1 versus 2. These rounds are ridiculous.
He knows about ladder. He knows about ladder, so he has to make his way towards that position whilst figuring out where the hell the last one is. And this is a guessing game. It's a mental game. It's a patience game. I think the shot's coming in from his back, so now he's aware. And it's basically a game of fishing and hunting. First kill onto ladder, and now he strikes. He waits a little bit, has a time to reload, and a situation that favored the CTs has just turned on its head. Now it's Perfecto who's definitely leading that one.
He's so clutch, patient in the 1v1. Next doesn't want to walk out into the site, and Perfecto knows it. Gonna go for the site. Will he stick it first time? No, he's scared of a reset to short, to back site. Next walking in, Perfecto gets another spot. He can stick it, but again, he plays with his food. He hopes his prey comes to him. Perfecto, he can't do this forever. 15 seconds. Will he finally have the gonads to stick? Yes, he does. A fake footstep gets him off. 10 seconds. Perfecto maybe playing with his own mind right now. He has to go for it finally. Already out the door. Perfecto changes position, but he's being hunted down. Someone calls it. Surely, as he swings out, he will close the 1v2. It is not clean. It is not perfect, but it is Perfecto with the round.
Oh, how much I would pay to be able to be in both players' mind and just hear their thoughts throughout this 1v1. Because you said it, it's just a game of chicken. It's a mind game. I'm planting. Am I really planting? I don't know. I faked 3 times. Am I going to fake 4 times? CTs make noise in the kitchen. Am I coming out? I'm not. 8 seconds. You don't know. This is so beautiful.
And then the second he actually does stick, that's when Next walks out as well, because that's Counter-Strike.
As luck would have it. But again, we see the reaction coming in from Coldzera, and it speaks volume. It's another missed opportunity. It was a perfectly thought out stack from 00Nation. They had 3.5 defenders on the B side, a 2v1 versus Perfecto, but I think they were slightly too passive. When Lado's position is known, when he is pinned on that car position, he needs his teammate to come towards him so they can actually have some sort of a pincer move onto Perfecto. If they allow the Russian player to move freely, then that's an issue.
Yeah, Perfecto's so good at those clutches, man. You know, whatever happens here, and it does seem like we're all expecting NaVi to end it, I want to give credit to 00Nation, because this is a team that we didn't even expect to see in the playoffs, right? They come through with Pain, another Brazilian roster, in a group with OG and NIP. Yes, of course, teams without the best form right now, but both these rosters came through, and neither of those, you know, home brand European teams, proven players, and all the like. So I think 00Nation and Pain have impressed massively by getting to the playoffs. Pain is still in it. They've taken down Liquid. And yes, 00Nation may suffer a defeat today, but I think what these guys have shown us, considering they don't have their main in-game leader, and Coldzera is performing as well as he is, I think these are the future of Brazilian Counter-Strike, some of these guys. And it's been a joy to watch them.
Massively so as well. And I think it harps back to your point, Maniac, as well, right? Like you were saying, coldzera has been referring to them as kind of his children. This is a roster that he's trying to build up. What a better way for you to go home. You can look over these demos, the amount of benchmarks that you can gain from this, the experience, the improvement you can have. It's just kind of crazy that the first map was a 16-14. So many ifs and buts.
I know, you can always play that game. I think it's great experience for them as well. And I know we use that term sometimes maybe a little too liberal, but when you think back to Rio and how some of these players looked extremely timid and shy and fragile a little bit on the server, this is already a different phase that we're seeing from 00Nation, much more courage and bravery in how they play the game. And if you want to try and reach new skies, new limits, this is the way. And it's a very encouraging step. Now, I'm not going to put them down too quickly. The road ahead is extremely long. It's probably very painful, but it is, after all, Counter-Strike, as we like to talk about. So let's see where this goes.
Oh, this fade smoke play for Electronic is masterful. And oh, if they didn't respawn, it doesn't matter, they do anyway. He sees through it and takes two with him. Under the balcony, burnt by the molly, and a 5v2 in an instant. NaVi with a reality check that will get them to 15. They'll cash it.
Now, where does that leave us for NaVi? Because, of course, the reaction from map 2 to 3 is something to commend.
Yeah.
It's great. We could have seen an NaVi that in the past would get in their own heads and maybe get frustrated, agitated, and somewhat fumble it a little bit. It's not what happened. It was very controlled, a lot of authority as well on that map number 3, but I don't think this is a positive per se. It's mainly doing what they need to do, day in the office.
Yeah, this is the bare minimum, right? And okay, sure, they lose a map in the middle. It shows another weakness. It shows another map that teams might pick into against this roster, but ultimately, outsiders, heroic, waiting for these boys, those are the true tests. And NaVi, one more round, and they're a step closer to getting there. As well, I think Heku is going to get a live interview with Electronic after this game, hopefully.
That'll be great.
In Russian, so translated.
Love to hear your thought on where NaVi is currently, what are the challenges they're facing, because again, as NPL was being brought in, we had a whole lot of public communication about it and what is it that he needs to do better and what is the time scope that he needs to better himself in. And now I feel like the answers have to be a little different. There has to be a little bit more distance, a bit more levity as to what we hear from the NaVi camp. So looking forward to that one.
And Bits just had an unbelievable map, 21 and 8. He's
That's
still
great.
looking for openers. Yeah, it's reassuring to say the very least. And Electronic does it again, doesn't he, Jackie?
He's not stopping.
Just keeps on going. This man never stops with the killing, and this is exactly what we're talking about. Headshot on to Dumao, 4 versus 3. This is where it could all end for 00Nation here in the third and final map. They would be eliminated from the ESL Pro League playoffs, but they have a fighting chance. The Orb lurking at the back of B. Tried to line up the reaction shot onto the second, but he's silenced by Bit.
Yeah, now they're just desperately rotating, but no kit, no position. The bomb about to get planted. He has cover from Bit. Simple's even flexing his muscles as well. They've heard it, and he's not going to hit that shot, but it shouldn't matter for NaVi. They're set up in the site with a boost as well. This is insulting to close. Perfecto, a turret right now. No reason or need to move. And 00Nation better move quick because that bomb ticks ever faster. And Bit ends it. The series over. NaVi a shaky second, but they recover in time to finish Mirage dominantly and ultimately set themselves up for this playoff run. Outsiders and Heroic wait willingly, looking to fight these boys. And that's the first game of the day tomorrow as well. NaVi taking on Outsiders.